All right, let's really dig into something many of us are intensely curious about, how to sculpt and strengthen our bodies, particularly focusing on those glute muscles. They're so key for both aesthetics and functional strength. Today, our deep dive is all about uncovering the secrets to building a bigger, more toned buttocks with a sharp focus on the role of effective supplementation.
Right.
Our roadmap for this journey comes from a fascinating article by the First Two Food Culinary Center, boldly titled Best Supplements for Building a Bigger Butt, 2025 Secrets.
Quite a title.
It is. Our mission for you, our listener, is to really cut through all the noise out there, pinpoint which supplements truly deliver on this specific goal, and explore how to weave them smartly into your existing fitness routine without feeling completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's about being strategic,
Yeah.
not just adding things to your cart.
You've hit on a crucial point there. What the authors immediately underscore is that while supplements can be incredibly powerful allies, they absolutely exist within a much larger foundational strategy.
Okay.
It's never just about what you take, but truly understanding the why behind each recommendation and how it integrates with everything else you're doing. That understanding is what truly unlocks maximum results.
So before we even start talking about specific compounds, the article makes a non-negotiable point, right? Supplements aren't the magic bullet. They aren't the whole story.
Precisely. Yeah. The article really hammers home that a well-structured, consistent workout routine, especially one tailored for glute development, combined with a thoughtful, nutrient-rich diet, forms the absolute bedrock.
The foundation.
Exactly. Supplements, in this context, are presented as providing that extra boost, optimizing muscle growth, accelerating recovery, and enhancing performance. They're not a substitute for the hard work in the gym or, the discipline in the kitchen.
Right.
Getting that hierarchy right from the start helps you avoid common pitfalls and sets you up for truly realistic, sustainable progress. It's about enhancing, not replacing.
That makes perfect sense. We're looking for an edge, not a shortcut. Now, when we pivot to the actual building blocks for muscle, protein is always the first thing that springs to mind.
Always.
And our source highlights protein powders as incredibly effective, particularly for glute development. But is there more to it than just more protein?
Absolutely. Protein is, without a doubt, the cornerstone for muscle repair and growth. The article specifically calls out protein powders as a remarkably convenient and efficient way to meet those elevated daily protein needs, especially when you're targeting muscle hypertrophy in areas like the glutes.
Okay.
What's particularly insightful, though, is its emphasis on nutrient timing and types of protein, which goes beyond just eat more chicken.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's not just a blanket recommendation. What specific nuances does the article reveal about protein powders for this goal?
Indeed. It delves into the different digestion rates, for instance. Whey protein is highlighted for its rapid digestion and absorption.
Right, the fast one.
Exactly. Makes it an ideal choice for post-workout recovery. Your muscles are primed after a workout, and whey delivers those essential amino acids quickly to kickstart the repair and growth process. Think of it as hitting the fast-forward button on recovery.
Okay, immediate support.
Then there's casein protein, which is the slow and steady partner. It's absorbed much more gradually, providing a sustained release of amino acids over several hours. This makes it fantastic for periods like overnight recovery, helping prevent muscle breakdown while you sleep, an often overlooked window for continued muscle protein synthesis.
So if you're trying to maximize recovery while you're literally not doing anything, casein could be a game changer.
Potentially, yeah, for that overnight period.
What about plant-based options? The fitness world is seeing a huge rise in those.
The article absolutely covers that. For those following a plant-based diet or looking for alternatives, it points to options like pea, hemp, and soy proteins as effective alternatives. While their amino acid profiles might differ slightly from animal-based proteins, when combined thoughtfully or chosen for their complete amino acid spectrum, they absolutely support muscle growth just as effectively.
Good to know.
The key is ensuring you're still hitting your total daily protein target and considering the overall amino acid intake.
So choosing the right type of protein truly depends on when you need that muscle support fast-acting after a workout, or a slow and steady drip for longer recovery periods. It sounds like a personalized protein strategy is crucial.
Definitely personalized.
Now that we've established the foundational building blocks with protein, let's talk about what happens during the workout. Building a stronger, more toned physique isn't just about the raw materials, it's also about what you can achieve in the gym.
Right, the output.
So let's pivot to those supplements that directly supercharge your workout performance and intensity.
This is where we connect the dots between supplementation and truly pushing past your perceived limits in training. The article details how two key players, creatine and beta-alanine, are specifically empowering for more intense and sustained workouts,
Okay.
which directly translates into better muscle stimulus and growth, particularly for glutes.
Creatine is one I hear debated all the time. It seems to have been around forever. What's its specific role here, especially for glute gains? And is it really necessary for aesthetic goals or more for pure strength?
Creatine is indeed one of the most well-researched and, frankly, proven supplements out there. Its primary role is to replenish ATP, adenosine triphosphate.
The energy currency.
Exactly, your muscle's immediate energy currency. By increasing your muscle's stores of phosphocreatine, you can generate more ATP more quickly during high-intensity, short-burst activities, like those heavy squats, lunges, and hip thrusts crucial for glute development.
Ah.
This enhancement in ATP production means you can potentially perform an extra rep or two, maybe lift slightly heavier, or push harder for a longer duration within that set.
Right.
Over time, that translates directly into greater muscle hypertrophy. That's muscle growth, not just pure strength, in targeted areas like the glutes. The article consistently recommends a daily dosage of 3 to 5 grams to reap these benefits. Consistently.
That clarifies its role really well. So it's about extending your work capacity just enough to make a significant difference over time.
Precisely. Small gains per session add up.
And what about beta-alanine? How does that complement creatine? Does it do something similar?
It's another critical performance booster, and it works synergistically with creatine, but in a different way. Beta-alanine primarily functions by increasing the levels of carnosine in your muscles.
Carnosine.
Carnosine acts like a powerful internal buffer, helping to neutralize those hydrogen ions that accumulate during high-intensity exercise.
The stuff that makes you burn.
That's the one. These hydrogen ions contribute to lactic acid buildup, causing that familiar burning sensation and premature fatigue. By buffering them, beta-alanine delays the onset of muscle fatigue, allowing you to sustain high-intensity efforts for longer.
So you can keep going.
Exactly. Imagine being able to push through those last few reps of hip thrusts without your muscles just screaming at you quite so soon. The article suggests a daily intake of 2 to 5 grams, emphasizing that consistent use is key for elevating carnosine levels and maximizing its buffering capacity.
So if creatine helps you lift heavier for those explosive efforts, beta-alanine helps you sustain that intensity and push through more reps before fatigue sets in.
You got it.
It sounds like these two can really help you get more out of each gym session, directly contributing to those glute gains by allowing for more overall volume and intensity.
That's the mechanism, yeah.
Yeah.
More quality work done over time.
Now, working hard in the gym is absolutely vital, but if we don't recover effectively, all that effort, all it kind of goes to waste, right?
Okay.
Progress slows down significantly.
Definitely.
As the saying goes, muscles aren't built in the gym, they're built during recovery. What does our source say about recovery-focused supplements? Because that's where the actual growth truly occurs, isn't it?
You're absolutely right. If we connect this to the bigger picture of muscle adaptation, recovery is where the magic of growth and repair truly happens. The article identifies several key players that target muscle soreness, enhance repair mechanisms, and even manage inflammation, all critical for bouncing back stronger and ready for your next glute building session.
Let's start with BCAA's branched-chain amino acids. They're super popular, but I've also heard some debate about their necessity if you're already consuming enough protein. Does the article weigh in on that specific point, or does it advocate for BCAAs regardless?
That's a great question, and it speaks to the nuances of supplementation. The article acknowledges that if your overall protein intake is consistently high and comes from complete sources, the additional benefit of BCAAs might be less pronounced for muscle protein synthesis itself.
Okay, so maybe not for building more muscle directly.
Perhaps not as critical in that specific aspect if protein is high. However, it still highlights BCAAs, particularly leucine, isoleucine, and valine, as vital for other aspects of recovery. They're specifically noted for their role in reducing muscle soreness and promoting faster recovery from exercise-induced muscle damage.
The soreness factor, that's big.
It is. This means potentially less downtime and feeling better, more ready for your next workout. So while their direct impact on building muscle might be debated depending on protein intake, their role in recovery and mitigating soreness is still significant, allowing for more consistent and effective training. The article suggests 5-10 grams daily, ideally taken around your workouts.
That's a much more nuanced take than just take BCAAs, so they're more about getting you back in the game quicker, feeling better.
That seems to be the key benefit highlighted, yes.
What about glutamine? What does that bring to the recovery table?
Glutamine is another fascinating amino acid that plays multiple roles. The article emphasizes its support for overall muscle recovery and, importantly, immune function.
Immune function. How's that related?
Well, intense training can actually temporarily suppress the immune system, making you potentially more susceptible to getting run down. Glutamine is an important fuel source for immune cells and can help maintain its robustness during periods of hard training.
Interesting.
And more directly for recovery, it aids in reducing muscle soreness and improving overall recovery time. Similar in some ways to BCAAs, but maybe through slightly different pathways. For someone pushing hard in their glute workouts, a faster, less painful recovery means consistency is just easier to maintain.
Right.
The common dosage noted is 5-10 grams per day, and it can be taken post-workout or even before bed to support overnight muscle repair processes.
Finally, let's talk about fish oil, which is often lauded for general health benefits. How does it specifically help with glute building and, more broadly, recovery?
Fish oil, with its rich content of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA, and DHA, is definitely a broad-spectrum health enhancer, but it has a very specific and critical role in recovery according to the article. It highlights its powerful anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay, inflammation.
Intense exercise, especially resistance training focused on large muscle groups like the glutes, inevitably causes microtrauma and localized inflammation. Now, some inflammation is a necessary part of the adaptation process.
Right, it signals the body to repair.
Exactly. But excessive or prolonged inflammation can actually hinder recovery and even muscle growth. Fish oil helps to modulate and reduce exercise-induced inflammation, creating a more favorable environment for muscle repair and growth. It's like gently turning down the volume on your body's inflammatory response, allowing healing to happen more efficiently.
So it helps keep things in check.
Precisely. The recommendation is typically 1 to 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily, always stressing the importance of choosing a high-quality, reputable supplement free from contaminants like heavy metals.
So it's truly a comprehensive approach to recovery, isn't it? From amino acids that rebuild and reduce soreness to anti-inflammatory support, all ensuring your body is primed and ready for the next challenge.
Yeah, it's like a personalized pit crew for your muscles, helping them repair and get ready faster.
All right, so we've covered the individual stars of our supplement lineup. But it's not just about knowing what to take. It's critically important to understand how to use these tools effectively. Our source talks about creating a supplement stack. For someone new to this, what exactly does that mean, and why is it so important for maximizing glute growth?
That's where the real personalization and strategy come in. The article defines a supplement stack as intelligently combining multiple products, for example, protein, creatine, maybe BCAAs, and fish oil to create a synergistic effect.
Synergy, meaning they work better together.
Yeah, ideally. It's about more than just taking them all at once. It's about each supplement potentially supporting and enhancing the other's benefits. Think of it as building a well-rounded team where each player has a specific role, all working towards the common goal of muscle growth and recovery.
Okay.
This comprehensive approach ensures you're addressing various aspects of muscle building simultaneously, from energy production during the workout and performance enhancement to providing building blocks for repair and managing inflammation afterwards.
And timing seems to be a huge part of that strategic integration, doesn't it? It's not just a free-for-all, like taking everything with breakfast.
Absolutely not. Proper timing can significantly amplify the effectiveness of your supplements. The article gives clear guidance. Consuming your protein powder, especially whey, post-workout is crucial to capitalize on that anabolic window when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients for repair.
Right, we covered that.
For creatine, the source suggests it can be taken either before or after workouts for optimal performance benefits, ensuring your muscle energy stores are topped up when needed. Consistency day-to-day is probably more important than precise timing for creatine, but around workouts is common.
Okay.
Even for casein, as we discussed, taking it before bed can optimize that overnight recovery window. Strategic timing ensures your body receives these vital nutrients and compounds precisely when they can be best utilized, leading to more efficient results.
So it's not just a one-and-done, set-it-and-forget-it type of process then. You need to be actively engaged, listen to your body, and keep an eye on things, right?
Exactly. The article strongly advocates for regularly monitoring your progress. This isn't just about stepping on a scale, it's about tracking actual changes in muscle size, maybe measurements, strength improvements in your key lifts, and overall performance in your glute exercises.
Like keeping a log.
Keeping a workout journal, yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe taking progress photos, paying attention to how quickly you recover between sessions. Based on what your body tells you, you'll then adjust your supplement dosages and even combinations.
So you might tweak things.
Definitely. For instance, if you notice your recovery feels slower than desired, or you're experiencing persistent soreness despite taking BCAAs, the article suggests you might experiment with slightly increasing your intake, or maybe adding glutamine if you weren't taking it. It's about continuously tailoring your supplement strategy to your individual needs and how your body responds,
Hmm.
truly optimizing for long-term success.
It's a dynamic process, listening to your body and adjusting. That proactive, almost scientific approach makes a lot of sense. You're experimenting on yourself in a way.
In a controlled, informed way, yes.
Okay, let's unpack this. With any powerful set of tools, there are always potential missteps or even outright mistakes that can derail your progress. What common pitfalls does our source warn us about when using supplements specifically for glute growth, or really any muscle growth for that matter?
This is a really important section because even with the best intentions, mistakes can undermine all your efforts. The article proactively addresses these pitfalls, highlighting that using these tools intelligently and safely is just as crucial as knowing which ones to take.
Right.
It really wants you to avoid the common traps people fall into.
So first up, overuse. It feels intuitive, but more isn't always better, is it? Especially with supplements.
Precisely. One of the most common and potentially harmful mistakes is taking more than the recommended dosages. The article strongly advises against this. Overdosing on supplements doesn't magically accelerate results.
Oh, magic pills.
No magic pills. Instead, it can lead to uncomfortable side effects, nutrient imbalances, and in some cases, even genuine health issues, depending on the supplement. It emphasizes sticking to the suggested dosages found effective in research and avoiding the temptation to mix too many different things without proper understanding or guidance. Moderation and strict adherence to guidelines are paramount for both safety and effectiveness.
And building on what we discussed right at the start, the article also issues a strong warning against relying solely on supplements, right?
That's a critical, absolutely foundational point they circle back to. Supplements, by definition, supplement a well-rounded fitness and nutrition plan. They are not a replacement.
Can't stress that enough.
Absolutely. Relying on them as your primary strategy without putting in the consistent, challenging work with a glute-focused workout routine and a consistently balanced, protein-sufficient diet is a mistake that will inevitably lead to suboptimal, if any, results. Your overall approach must integrate proper training, adequate sleep, stress management, and a nutrient-dense diet first and foremost. Supplements come in to enhance that existing effort.
Quality also matters, doesn't it? Not all supplements are created equal, and the market, well, it can be a bit of the minefield.
You're absolutely right, and the article stresses this heavily. Choosing low-quality supplements is a significant pitfall. The market is saturated, and unfortunately, not all products deliver on their promises or even contain what they say they contain.
Scary.
It can be. It's crucial to opt for reputable brands and, ideally, products that undergo rigorous third-party testing for purity and potency. This provides some assurance that what's on the label is actually in the bottle and that it's free from harmful contaminants or banned substances. Avoiding supplements with wild, unverified claims or dubious ingredient sourcing is essential for both your safety and actually getting the results you're paying for.
And that leads directly to the importance of carefully checking supplement labels yourself. Don't just trust the front.
Absolutely. The article couldn't be clearer here. Always read supplement labels thoroughly and critically. Look for products with high-quality, recognizable ingredients. Be wary of those with excessive fillers, artificial additives, or proprietary blends where the exact amounts of each active ingredient aren't disclosed.
Ah, the proprietary blends.
Yeah, they can hide ineffective dosages. An informed consumer is a successful consumer, particularly in the supplement world. Quality supplements, transparently labeled, will support your goals far more effectively and safely in the long run.
So vigilance, informed choices, and understanding that supplements are just one piece of a much bigger puzzle are just as important as the supplements themselves.
Exactly.
It's all part of that comprehensive, intelligent strategy for maximizing glute growth, or any fitness goal, really.
Yeah, it's the takeaway.
So what does this all mean for you as you work towards your fitness goals, especially if you're aiming for a stronger, more toned lower body? This deep dive into best supplements for building a bigger butt. 2025 Secrets clearly illustrates that incorporating the right supplements used intelligently can indeed significantly enhance your progress.
Enhance being the key word.
Right. From essential protein powders that fuel repair, to performance boosters like creatine and beta-alanine that let you push harder in the gym, to recovery aids like BCAAs, glutamine fish oil that ensure you bounce back stronger. These tools support every facet of muscle growth, recovery, and overall health.
They cover a lot of bases.
They do. But the undeniable key, as our source so powerfully underscores, is smart usage, thoughtful integration into a complete fitness plan, and diligently avoiding those common pitfalls we just discussed.
This raises an important question for all of us, really. If achieving truly meaningful physical transformation, whether it's building stronger glutes or any other fitness goal, depends so profoundly on the synergistic interplay of proper diet, consistent and intelligent training, strategic timing of inputs like supplements and meals, and meticulous self-monitoring and adaptation, what does that teach us? What does that teach us about the truly holistic and individualized nature of our own bodies and our journeys? It really encourages us, I think, to consider how this integrated, informed approach to supplementation reflects a broader philosophy of fitness, one where every single element works in concert, and where continuous learning, self-awareness, and adaptation are not just helpful, but absolutely essential for any kind of long-term sustainable success.